not saying that this is what homelessness is like. What we're saying is if you come and do the big sleep out, what you will experience for one night is the hardship of sleeping rough. And in doing so, raise money and awareness so that young people don't have to experience that themselves.
Yes, it's quite a team-building exercise for everyone to have their piece of cardboard and decide what they're going to do with it. And so we seem to have that we're going to be like factory chickens, I think, tonight. Lots of little boxes taped together.
He's an engineer, so it took us 20
I have
minutes.
2 degrees, so it should be possible. No, it's not too bad, but we have been very early here, so we had a bit more time to make it properly.
That's the second time I do it because I work for the Lanchis Trust and we are linked to St Basils. We lease them some properties and I do anything for charities.
So yeah, basically we did another charity event together middle of the year, and he suggested, or he invited us then to come here tonight to do this one as well. But yeah.
That's my second time.
Yeah, and my first time. And I've spoken with a lot of people and no one knows really this event, so it's interesting.
It's good fun. What do you do on a night like that? I think it's a great event first to raise awareness about homeless, because I think we do this by choice, but I think tonight some people are sleeping outside, not out of choice. And also it's a good community event. I think everybody gets together and it's good fun.
I have 5 layers on my ski clothes, and so it should be okay.
Okay, well I run a group called Spice, and we're the West Midlands group of Spice. We're about 3,000 members, and we like doing unusual things. And we do a number of things for charities, this is probably the most uncomfortable one that we do for charities. So I've got a group of about 20 people along today who are sleeping out. Well, yes, I mean, all the fun aside, it's a real experience of how fortunate we are when we go home to a nice warm house, and that those sorts of things can't be taken for granted. But what I like about St Basils is the fact that because of the work they do, you find very few people sleeping out, certainly very few young people in Birmingham. So we're actually doing what you don't see very often in Birmingham because of the work of the charity. Well, this is actually my 7th year now, and certainly I think it's anyone who feels able to do it should, as well as learning a lot about the charity and about homelessness. It's a really fun carnival atmosphere as well.
Today's event, called Big SleepOut, is to raise awareness about the homeless situation in Birmingham and to raise money for the charity St Basils, which uses the money to work with young people to prevent youth homelessness happening. Well, we're not saying that this is what homelessness is like. What we're saying is if you come and do the big sleep out, what you will experience for one night is the hardship of sleeping rough. And in doing so, raise money and awareness so that young people don't have to experience that themselves. This is its 21st year. The first one, I think, was 1990. And so, yeah, I think this is the 21st. It's grown in numbers. The very first one was at St Philip's Cathedral in Birmingham, and there would have been about 20 or 30 people there. Now we've got 350 people registering for it, and we have a few drop-offs, certainly because of the bad weather, but we hope to have close on to 250, 300 people turning. The weather leading up to the sleep out is the problem. If weather is bad for 2 or 3 days beforehand, then people tend to drop off in numbers coming. But if the weather's good building up to it, then we sometimes get the same amount of people who've registered actually turning up. So it has a big effect. It's the biggest effect on the sleep out of any element to it, really. They know what to expect. We give them lots of warning. We give them literature to say wrap up warm, expect harsh weather, but still they come in their hundreds. And it is probably the worst weather we're having at the moment. But traditionally the weather's always been quite bad at sleep out, but still people come. That's part of the challenge. Well, last year we raised about £27,000 from this event. This year we hope to raise more. But it's also about the general raising of awareness to people of Birmingham and the West Midlands and wider regions as well. To let them know about homelessness in general, but also about the work that St Basils does to prevent homelessness. That's very important indeed. The Big Sleepout is unique. It is what it is. It's sleeping rough in a car park in the middle of winter in a cardboard box, and we have people coming year in, year out, and they see each other every year. It's the only time that they see each other. It's a bit like a mad holiday for a night, if you like, but people do come, and it is a challenge, and I recommend it to anyone. It's only one night. That's all you've got to do, one night out, and it is an experience.